Hi there, my name is Alana Margison and I'll be your instructor for EDU 302, Teaching and Learning in a Proficiency-Based System. So the purpose of this video is to orient you with the course, to officially welcome you to the course, and make sure that you know where to find important information. So when you come into the course and you're on the landing page, you'll see something like this. My view might be a little bit different in the instructor view versus the learner view, but you should see all of the course modules listed. And you should also see the information about your professor over here. Just to let you know, if you see as you scroll down to the bottom, the Google Drive, you will need to connect your Google Drive to your courses to make sure that you can easily link your Google Docs to the course. So if you go to content, you'll come in on this page and go ahead and click on syllabus. So here you can see the syllabus and you can also download and print from here. So of course the syllabus has a course description. It has the meeting times for my face-to-face section, which is section 1, and I also have 2 online asynchronous sections, sections 2 and section 3. My office hours are on Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., but do keep in mind that if those hours aren't convenient, just email me and we can set up another time. And those meetings will be by Zoom this semester. So the required text and the ordering information is also here. Do note that we'll start using the text in week 2. So if you haven't already done so, please order the text and make sure that it's here on time. Next, you see the course learning outcomes and how each outcome does a crosswalk with a program learning outcome or several program learning outcomes and our conceptual framework, as well as sample evidence that ties in as a body of evidence for each of those learning outcomes. Really important that you do take a look to know what it is that you're expected to know and be able to do by the end of this course. Next, section D is assessment and grading. So how I use proficiency-based assessment as a matter of this course, and how professional dispositions, so those approaches to the work that you do in this course and as a pre-service teacher in our program, how that plays a role in your final grade. So I'll show you in a moment where you can access a rubric on proficiency for professional dispositions. We really emphasize these because we have field partners and an advisory board who has consistently communicated with us how important it is that teachers come with a set of skills and content knowledge, but that they really come prepared to be team players, to work in an organization, to be able to show up on time, to be professional, be respectful. So it's really not just about your knowledge and skill as a teacher, it's about your approach to that professional work. So those professional dispositions are here, followed by the proficiency grading scale. We do focus on proficiency of your assignments that are tied to course outcomes and then program learning outcomes. And professional dispositions, I'll say it again, is part of your final grade in the course. Next, section E is my teaching philosophy and how I'll teach in this course. Section F is where to get help. So from the Center for Innovative Learning, you can go to everything from IT and computer services. The library webpage also has access to articles and databases, which will be important for you to know because teaching channel videos live in those databases and those are used as part of this course. Student support services is located in the basement of the cell. You can also call or email and they can help you if you need help with getting set up with a counselor, if you have accommodations, if you might need extra time or a quiet room. So get in touch with Mary Kate Barbosa's office here, Student Support Services. We also have an academic update system. So several times in the semester, faculty are asked to record if students are showing up, and online if you are consistently taking part in the course, you're logging in, we can see how much time you're spending in the course, you're passing work in, and if overall how successful you're being in the course. So sometimes you might get an academic report. So when we submit those as faculty, as that we're concerned about a student, those reports go to your faculty advisor, your professional advisor, and to the Student Support Services team. There's also tutoring and writing tutor support in the Center for Innovative Learning. You would contact Ann Chase, her email's right here on the syllabus, if you would like a content tutor, if you would like a writing tutor, And new, there are also Brightspace tutors who can help you successfully navigate Brightspace if you need a little bit of help with that. Our IT help desk for any issues related to Brightspace accessibility, or if you're having any trouble uploading anything, is 768-9626. Section G is course policies. Please note no more than 3 absences for any reason, and I would encourage you to not kind of think of those as free passes. We hope that you are in class and that you are engaging as much as possible. If you're in the face-to-face section and you need to zoom in on occasion, I just ask for a heads up about that to make sure that that I've got the camera turned on, that I know about that. Otherwise, I might not know that you are trying to join us from afar. And then the last section, actually I'll stop right here because this is new, the Student Code of Conduct in Virtual Environments. Although for the most part, we're going to be meeting face-to-face, or I won't necessarily be seeing you in a synchronous setting online, like a Zoom meeting, for example, for a couple of my other sections. We do just have you think overall in your courses about Zoom etiquette and the Student Code of Conduct. We're really trying to make sure that we emphasize those kind of professional and responsible academic behaviors, especially in virtual environments. And just please note that the class recording policy is that no student has permission to record my class or capture screenshots without express written permission from me, or distribute that or post it any place. Instructional modules, the last section, section H. And so here you can see by week, and the weeks do run Sunday to Saturday in terms of the opening up of new topics. And so you can see the topics listed and then what's due, and all of the due dates have been bolded here in that third column. So I'm going to go back up into our table of contents and show you the course schedule. I think that this can be really helpful to you. And so the course schedule, when a faculty member puts a due date in Brightspace, that due date will populate this schedule. So you can see what's coming up today, tomorrow, for the next 7 days, and I think you can even set that to even a little bit further out than that. Course introduction and important information. This is where this introductory video is living right here. Our professional dispositions, again, are listed here, and our program's conceptual framework. So really important overarching documents related to our program. Weekly content modules. I would like to let you know that each week your introduction to the week sets up what you'll be learning about, and then your content is all here and your assignments are all here. So in other words, you will not be navigating out of the weekly content module to go up into assessments, for example, to find where to submit things. Everything will be right here within the weekly module. So just to let you know how to successfully navigate the course, each week everything that you will need is within that weekly module. I will point out that under assessments, you can find rubrics that will be used within the course. So there is a discussion rubric that you can take a look at. So that is obviously for your discussion board posts and replies within the course. There are holistic assignment rubrics and a professional dispositions rubric. So the generic assignment rubric, so this is going to tell you what is proficient, what's proficiency. So all parts of the assignment are clearly addressed. The assignment is well developed. It incorporates accurate and appropriate details from course content, and the assignment is proofread. And so that's at that proficient level. So if you were at a 2 or at a 4, for example, it would be what is missing in terms of proficiency, or how are you exceeding or advanced in terms of proficiency. With professional dispositions, this has to do with attending class regularly and in a timely manner. So if you are in a face-to-face course section, making sure that you are attending classes and that you are timely. Of course, it is winter, so if you are, a few minutes late, or if something comes up, the most important thing is your safety, your health and well-being. So make sure to know that. I know it's hard to walk into class late, but the assumption is that you got there as fast as you could, and it would only be an issue if that was happening again and again. If you're in an online section, remember that faculty through analytics in Brightspace can see how often you've logged in, when you logged in last, and how much time you're spending in each piece of content and assignment. So this is where maintaining consistent and meaningful course interaction can be actually tracked, which is really helpful to me as a faculty member, because sometimes if a student is struggling in a course, I might kind of go in and see how much time the student has been spending with the material, and that helps contextualize for me maybe some of the issues or problems that might be experienced. Completing and submitting your assignments thoughtfully and on time is really important for professional dispositions. Revising work to be proficient. Actively engaging in class and interacting with peers and the instructor in a civil and respectful manner. Modeling professional communication, and that is including email. Email should have a clear subject line, a greeting, a clear message, and some sort of signature. Thank you, or looking forward to talking to you. But email should never be just kind of a one line or have things like a lowercase I. So make sure that you're modeling professionalism in your written communication, as well as when you're in class or on a Zoom. Use of electronic devices, that's certainly in a classroom setting, or if you are attending a workshop on behalf of our program, or if you're at a field site, making sure that cell phones, things like that, electronic devices are used appropriately and responsibly, and that you're keeping in mind the rules of the site in which you are visiting on behalf of our program. And again, field experience, please make sure that you show up on time, that if there's an emergency and you can't show up, that you're communicating with your field partners, because those kiddos are relying on you being there, that you also make sure that you are professional in your behavior, so things like not bringing food and drink in, and attire. So I'll go back to our content tab here, and just make sure that you also see on your end, it is open through week 4. So I'm trying to keep everyone kind of in the same sort of framework and time frame of the content, so that we're not looking at this as a competency-based course where you can just fly through as fast as you want. So we're kind of keeping along the same pace with the course. We'll open up a few weeks at a time. That also allows me to get feedback, that formative feedback, to make adjustments in terms of the pace and the content or reteaching of material before opening up more weeks. If you have questions, if you would like to meet, if you would like to let me know something that would be helpful so that I can support you, please just email me. My email's on the syllabus. It's alana.margison@maine.edu. That's the best way to get a hold of me, whether it's a weekday or a weekend. Again, I welcome you to the course, and I look forward to working with you. Take care.